This is a high proof whiskey, which sometimes is better if you put a little water on it. Now, I've been using distilled water, but I've been getting a little grief about that lately, and somebody sent me Kentucky limestone water. So let's give them a try and see if there's any freaking difference. This is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B520, 127.2 proof. So it's over 60% alcohol, which means there's a lot of freaking alcohol in this. And sometimes that's a little overwhelming to the senses. So sometimes I like to dilute it down with just a couple of drops of water, which opens it up and makes it a lot more approachable. Now let's just try my good old fashioned distilled water here, and then in the other Glen, Kentucky limestone water. So let's start by trying a little distilled water and then some Kentucky limestone water. Now what's interesting about limestone water is that this is what they use when they're actually making whiskey to proof it down. So theoretically, by using this Kentucky limestone water, we're actually not doing any harm or changing any of the flavors of the whiskey other than kind of proofing it down a little bit. But this stuff is kind of expensive and you've got to order it specially. This stuff you can get at any grocery store anywhere. So I'm interested to see if I can even tell a difference. Let's start with the limestone water. It smells like a delicious bourbon, which I expect the Elijah Craig to do. And it tastes wonderful, like really proofing it down. I haven't had that particular batch straight up. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is probably the whiskey I add water to the most, just because I enjoy it so much more when you take just a little bit of that proof off of it. I get so many more flavors on it. And so with the limestone water, that's an excellent pour. And with the distilled water, I mean, we're splitting hairs. I don't know if I could really tell much of a difference between the two. If you were adding a lot of water, sure, maybe. But if we're adding just a couple of drops, it's not gonna make a freaking difference. But on the other hand, Kentucky limestone water and having what they make whiskey with, well, that's just good storytelling right there, and I do love a good story.